Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I was a great start. Oh my god, I'm terrible. What I was trying to say just then was I forgot. Like I said, hey ladies, and then I was thinking, what is the other word? And then I realized it was obviously gentlemen. But that's completely not related, and nobody gives a fuck. But what I do want to talk about, which is completely related to probably nothing, is something that I think a lot of people think about more than what you think people think about. And it's the good old zombie apocalypse. And now, you may be like, okay, well, it's never going to happen, dude, come on. You're living in a film or something. And that's probably true. It almost definitely will never happen. Almost definitely never. Which is a bit of an odd statement, but you know, it probably won't. There's no reason why it ever would, because you know, motherfucker's a zombie. It's a dead person, or it's somebody who's infected. They might not actually be dead, but they like kind of rabies sort of thing going on. I don't really know, but I was thinking about it because I was watching, like I started watching Zombieland last night. I was actually listening to the audiobook of World War Z. Buying a fucking book, look at me. The audiobook's actually pretty damn good, although I don't know if I'm listening to the right thing. Because like with a book in front of you, you know, you're like, yeah, this is definitely right, it's definitely 100% correct. But listen to it, you're like, is this the same book as whatever everybody's been talking about? Because this doesn't have a story. Like, I mean, the film is obviously about one guy. And I mean, I don't, like, from what I've heard, the film is nothing to do with the fucking book. Which is, you know, whatever. But the book, or the audiobook that I'm listening to, is sort of loads of individual stories of different people around. And I'm enjoying it, it's fun as shit. Wow, it's interesting as shit. Fun? I don't know. I don't know whether I've never listened to an audiobook before, and it's a bit of an odd thing. But, you know, if I ever go for a long drive or something, well, obviously I wouldn't be driving, because, you know. Well, I was about to say because I'm under driving age, but I'm not. I'm just too lazy to learn. Although I am going to start learning soon, but that is not what this topic is about. This topic is about fucking zombies, okay? And what I would do, that is basically what I personally would do during a zombie apocalypse. Like why I do certain shit and why I wouldn't do certain shit. And then also another reason is like all those, I think State of Decay and The Last of Us have recently come out. I think one of them's Xbox's Indie Arcade or Live Arcade, whatever the fuck it is, and one of them's PS3. I don't know if it's The Last of Us is a PS3. I don't know if that's like a downloadable title or if it's it's like a disc. I honestly don't know. That's a mannequin, by the way, Karen. But what I want to talk about is the zombie apocalypse, so I try and state this, dude. 3 minutes in, I was about to say 3, and then I thought, no, it's actually 2, but it is actually 3 right now. What I want to talk about is what I would do, and I've said that so many times. Why am I not talking about it? I don't fucking know. So first of all, like, let's say I was in a bed, whatever, watching news. Never gonna happen. I don't watch news. I think it's a load of fucking bollocks, the news. I don't give a fuck what some guy's doing in Korea. Who cares? Anyway. That's a completely different topic. So, this is why I don't do topics, by the way, because I just go off on one so fucking easily, and I'm still fucking going off on one. What I would do, like, I'm just lying in bed, the zombies is coming, they're like, the zombies have come on. The news is coming, they're like, holy fuck, there are zombies. Everybody panic! First of all, what I wouldn't do is panic, because that's retarded. I also wouldn't go and stock up at, like, a supermarket or something. It actually depends. Depends on how far into the zombie apocalypse. Like, if this is before the zombies have really come around. And, like, if it's, say, in a different country there are zombies around, and England's totally free right now, or maybe not totally free, but the area I live in is completely clear, but it won't be for much longer. Like, say we have, like, a week of sort of setup time. That's a good idea. I can't believe I didn't kill this guy. Oh, okay, I did kill him. Never mind. But, yeah, so say I have, like, a week to get my shit sorted before zombies really fucking come at us. Alright, that's brilliant. That's a good idea. I would then go to the supermarket. But if zombies are already around, I would never go to a supermarket. I wouldn't even go to the co-op. Because first of all, that's outside. And outside is scary. And the second of all, there are zombies around. And you wouldn't go to a fucking supermarket because there's going to be loads of people there with the same fucking idea as you. Going to get loads of food, water, petrol, I guess. Everything. But there's going to be loads of people there. And if there's loads of people there, if you ever seen 28 Weeks Later... Or was it days? I think it was weeks that this one was in, where they're all in a big huddle, and then one zombie, and then they're all dead. That's what's going to happen in a fucking supermarket. Of course I'm not going to go there. It's like, putting yourself up for a buffet and then hoping you're not the one that gets eaten. It's fucking retarded. I would stay away from everything. Like, I would take every can of anything in my fucking, whatever it's called. My fucking cupboard. That's the badger. I basically ignore the fridge. Because the fridge is in the fridge because it needs to be in the fridge to keep healthy. Not healthy. Like, to keep unfucking gone off. Unoff. And that's just stupid, because you need to be able to take shit with you. Although, where I'm going, there probably would be a fridge, so it's fine. But what... Like, I would just take loads of cans of shit, put it on a backpack, rucksack, whatever, and keep with me. Like, travel light is probably the one thing that I would try and do. And if I was going to get a... Like, realistically, you're going to want a weapon. And everyone's like, oh, I get like a shotgun, or I get an assault, I get a fucking sniper rifle. Where the fuck are you going to get them? Like, okay, occasional people you know might be a hunter or whatever, but chances are they're using that to save themselves, and you're not going to have a chance to use it. I don't know, maybe you can get a weapon or a gun more than a weapon, but where I am in my life, like, I'm fucking 17 years old, none of my family or immediate family at all hunt anything. We're just not that way inclined. I live in a village, but this isn't like a village, this is not that rural. It's like, it's got quite a lot of fields around it and stuff, but actually the village isn't very villagey. Like, if you picture, like, if you live in a city or something, you might picture a village and you're like, oh, there's going to be loads of fucking farmers going around with their shotguns doing random shit. But in all honesty, I've only ever seen a farmer walk around with a shotgun once, and that was in Somerset, not where I fucking live. I live in Gloucestershire, by the way, if anyone gives a fuck. But yes. Oh, that was a really high-picked yes. So I wouldn't be able to get a gun quickly and easily as some people might say they would be able to. I don't know, that maybe they can. But personally, a gun is off the charts for me. I'd never be able to get one. I may, like, if the zombie apocalypse happens for a long time, guns will just appear out of nowhere. Nobody knows where, I guess. Soldiers will have them, and soldiers will die, and then somebody will find them. You know, that kind of stuff. But realistically, in the first initial outbreak, guns aren't going to be that popular because not many people have guns. Especially in this village. In this village, I guarantee there's less than 100 guns to in the village. Not even that people own or anything, but I bet there's less than 100. I think it's probably less than 50. It's probably fucking less than 20, let's be honest. Guns are... Like, we're in England, by the way, not in America. Like, in America, guns are very popular, and you can own your own gun. England, you're not allowed to own a gun without a license, and it's very difficult to get a license. And nobody around here would have any real need to have a license, so nobody's going to have a gun. So it's like, the only people I could see having a gun would be a farmer, and that's one of the reasons why I'll state in a minute where I'm going. So what weapon would I get? This is, like, first of all, if I was in my house and zombies attacked, outside my room, there's a big metal pole that I use to get into... Well, I don't use it because fucking I'm lazy as shit. But we used to get into the... In fact, we don't even use it anymore because my brother's tall enough to sort of reach up to the loft, turn the thing, and pull it down. Usually you'd use the hook thing, hook it over, turn it and pull it down. So I'm too short, so I'd have to use it, but my brother doesn't have to. Which is awesome for him. Not so much for me. But basically, I use that as my initial weapon because it's like a long metal pole and has like a hooked... and kind of like a key... but just sort of one metal pole bent around in a fucking 90-degree angle, and that would like go straight into the temple if I could hit somebody with it. And you know, it's a metal pole; it's better than anything. But the weapon I would go for if I had to, like, if I had time to prepare, or even like 5 minutes to prepare, I would go and get some sort of knife from the kitchen. You know, a kitchen knife, or you may say, I don't know. I get like basically the sharpest. Not maybe not the longest one, but definitely the sharpest and the one that would probably be most damaging. Because another reason why I wouldn't actually want a gun initially is because noise... Well, maybe not initially. Maybe later. You wouldn't want to use a gun because noise is probably going to... Apart from the zombies, obviously. Noise is probably... This is really campy, by the way, and it doesn't actually work out. But, you know, noise is going to be the one thing that's going to kill you. Like, if you're in a fucking house and you start... shooting off rounds, zombies are gonna hear, they're gonna fucking come to the house. You gotta think about these things, dude. But what I would do more than anything else is just use a fucking knife for most stuff. And I wouldn't really go in for the kill often. I'd be more inclined to run away than to go into kill. Because what's the point of killing a zombie? It's unless it's killing you. Well, if it's killing you, you're probably already dead. But if it's coming for you, it's probably better just to like stab it in the face and then run away. But if it's like stood there and you have a chance to run away, it's much, much more cleverer just to run away. Because you're not putting yourself as much risk at all, and maybe it's even better just to sneak away. Because running also makes a lot of noise. Like, sneaking around is probably one of the best things. I don't know how good hearing zombies would have. Like, I think it would depend on the zombie, but, you know, whatever. So this gameplay is almost wrapping up, and I have talked about, like, nothing. But I'm going to turn this into a weekly series. I've just thought about doing that right now. Where next week I'll talk about where I'd go, why I'd go there, what the advantage of going there is, and everything like that. So tune in next week for that. And this time I'll label this as like weapons or something, or things not to do, which is go to a fucking supermarket. Or maybe I'll put this as like the initial outbreak, what I do. And although initially I would go to the place I'm thinking of, but I can't tell you that yet, because that's next week. And that'll be much more interesting if I save it till next week, rather than talking at you for like half an hour straight, which I probably will be able to do. But if I split it up into 10-minute episodes, it's probably better for everybody around. Anyway, so actually this has the game-winning kill cam. I shouldn't have said anyway yet, but I don't want to, like, I don't like ending an episode and then having like 2 seconds of extra gameplay. It's really shitty. But anyway, thank you for thank you for waffling, and see you next time, guys. Tune in next week!